waiting to fry this young lady because it's been since 1996.
Yeah.
It's 10 years already.
She's almost at the end of her appeals at this point. You know, I would think this death sentence is going to be carried out probably in the next few years.
That's the last.
Let's say a few more years, and that's about it.
Yeah.
The prison had strict rules about interviews. We'd only have 40 minutes and would have to talk to her through bulletproof glass. Darlie knew this was one of her last chances to convince people of her innocence. If her final appeal is denied, she'll likely be executed by lethal injection. Let me ask you something. Did you ever take a lie detector test?
Yes, I did.
And what was the outcome of that?
Inconclusive, I think is the word that they use.
Inconclusive?
Right.
You know, your husband, Darren, took a lie detector test.
Yes.
And he was asked questions
Yes, I heard about that later. Yes.
Actually, we saw the lie detector test, and he failed on a number of questions.
He said that the people that were involved in doing the lie detector test, he just said that they set him up.
Can I ask you one question?
Yes.
Do you still love your husband?
I still have love for my husband.
If you were to leave here today, would you be with your husband?
No, I would not.
Why?
Because I found out things that I didn't know about back then.
Like what?
Well, I found out that Darren was talking to somebody about having the house set up for an insurance scam, an insurance hit, whatever it's called.
Barry Fife?
Yes, Barry Fife.
And?
And they had talked about having his car stolen. And Barry took the car. And I was mad.
So if we're to believe that somebody broke in to burglarize your home that night, and I worked on a lot of cases. I was in the police department 20 years. I saw a lot of burglaries. This is a night burglar. This is a cat burglar. They rarely come in looking for weapons. They have their own weapons, and they take care of business. They just come in here to kill two little innocent children, kill them, and almost leave you for dead. We have to believe that.
Right.
If you didn't do it, then who did? You're trying to implicate your husband in this.
No, I'm not trying to implicate my husband at all. I'm trying to tell the facts and the truth.
I hear the facts, but it sounds like you're trying to implicate your husband. Doesn't it sound like that to you?
For answers.
Maybe you had some financial problems. Is that enough to kill someone?
I know I did not kill my children. And if you will talk to other doctors and psychiatrists, people that have been attacked, people that have been in severe trauma.
The evidence points to nobody being in that house but you, Darren, and your children.
Somebody came into my home and murdered my children and me. That is actual
They didn't murder
proof.
you, Dolly. They didn't
left
murder you.
me for dead.
No,
Somebody
you left
does
your
not.
children for dead.
No, I did
you
not.
You left your children for
my
dead. You're sitting there
children.
and you're lying to us.
No, I'm not.
You're lying to us,
No,
lady.
I'm not.
We're looking at the killer right now.
Dolly Lynn Routier, you haven't shed one tear
That isn't the
since
killer.
we're sitting here.
So that makes me
Not
murder.
one, not a tear. You
don't
could well
know
up
what-
them eyes,
you
but you
don't
can't
know
make a
what
tear
I
come
do.
down.
You don't know what I do and the tears I've cried when I am by myself.
If you didn't kill your children, who killed them?
I don't know.
Reggie and I purposely put Dolly through the ringer